Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going over the news that Donald Trump has officially been projected the winner in the state of Arizona in its 11 electoral votes, completing the sweep of every single battleground state and making my final 2024 presidential election prediction 100% right. I had Donald Trump getting 312 electoral votes, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz getting 226, and that will be the final electoral vote number, Trump at 312, Harris and Walz 226. So we're going to go over the state of Arizona and see how Donald Trump was able to win the state. So for starters, looking at the state of Arizona, Donald Trump with 87% of the vote in, Trump has 53%, Kamala Harris has 46%. So how did this happen? The number one reason Trump was able to win the state of Arizona was Donald Trump won Maricopa County 52% to 47%. A margin of victory of roughly 80,000 votes or so came out of Maricopa County. This was very, very big for Trump because when we look back at the 2020 election in Maricopa County, Joe Biden, who won the state of Arizona by just 0.3%, a margin of victory of about 11,000 votes, won Maricopa County by about 45,000 votes, a margin of victory of 50.3 to 48.1. So the margin of vote difference between Biden and Trump winning Arizona was all in Maricopa County alone. And as I'm going to show you here, Arizona, Maricopa was 2.2% in 2020. When Trump won the state in 2016, it was 2.8%. When Mitt Romney won it in 2012, it was 10.7%. So Trump could potentially lose Maricopa County very narrowly and squeak by in an election. But what happened was Trump ended up winning Maricopa County by 5%, a margin of victory, again, of about 80,000 votes, which, when you look at the total statewide number, was more than enough, as Trump is nearing a little under 200,000 vote margin of victory in Arizona. Right now, of course, there's still 13% of votes remaining, so we're going to have to wait and see for those to come in before we get the final numbers. But right now, Trump has about a little under a 7-point lead in Arizona right now. 7 points in Arizona. If that does hold and Trump wins by 7, the state swung about 8 points from 2020 to 2024. A massive jump for Donald Trump. And it all really came from Maricopa County. Trump, as I showed you, he has 52%. In 2020, Trump had 48%. Trump jumped up 5 percentage points just in Maricopa County alone. The largest county in the state of Arizona, Maricopa County, Trump was able to do much better there. It's also worth noting, in the county of Pima County, this is where the city of Tucson is, Kamala Harris won this county 58 to 41. Comparing it to 2020, it was won by 58.6 to 39.9. So Harris did about around the same as Joe Biden did, but Donald Trump did about a percentage point better, getting a few votes there. Now looking at some other areas of the state, Mojave County, Donald Trump got 77%, Kamala Harris got 22%, Joe Biden, it was 75, 23.7. So Trump did about 2 points better. Harris did about a point or two worse than Biden did. Let's see what else we have here. We have Cochise County, where Trump did very well, still waiting on some votes there. Graham County, Greenlee County, Gila County, 68 to 31. Trump defeated Harris here. Gila County in 2020, Trump overperformed by about 2 points there. A smaller county, but still notable. We have Yavapai County. Trump won 67 to 32. In 2020, this was 164 to about 34.6. So Trump pretty much outperformed in every Republican county in Arizona compared to 2020. And Cocosino, 59-39. In 2020, it was about 61-37, so Trump did better here. Yuma County, 52.2, 46.1 in 2020. In 2024, 64-36. We still have some votes to go. We have 45% remaining, but Donald Trump leading by a lot more in Yuma County than in 2020. I mean, there's nothing really much to say other than this is a very, very big win and a very, very impressive win for Donald Trump in the state of Arizona. And winning the state by 7 points, again, we're going to look back at the history here. A 0.3% win in 2020 for Joe Biden. 2016, when Donald Trump won the state, 48.7 to 45.1. What's that? 3.6%. 2012, Mitt Romney versus Barack Obama. This is about a 9-point win, a little under 10-point win, Donald Trump was closer to getting Mitt Romney's margins in Arizona than he was to getting Joe Biden's margin in 2020. Which, when you think about how close it was at the polling level, is crazy. Because the polling average, even though it was projected to go for Trump by 2.8, it's currently 6.1. 6.1%, that would not be a toss-up state. That would be a likely Republican state. Donald Trump way outperformed the expectations in Arizona. However, in my polling video, if you saw it, I did point out Atlas Intel was pretty accurate with the many states. They had Trump +5. So Atlas Intel, again, seemed to be pretty spot on the money for what it predicted, even getting Trump's 52% correctly, and just missed Harris's 46.5 by about 0.5%. So very, very close. Atlas Intel did a good job. Arizona, I think I did another video that'll be coming out either tomorrow, or I believe tomorrow, about 2028 and where states will start off as. And I did J.D. Vance, Gavin Newsom, or any other Democrat. I was going to have Arizona as a toss-up state, but I think I would probably start Arizona off at least as a lean Republican state right now after the performance that Donald Trump just did in Arizona. If you're winning Maricopa by 5 points as a Republican, you're going to win Arizona, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is a very, very impressive win by Donald Trump and absolutely caps off a very, very interesting and contested 2024 election where it was close margins of victory in some places like Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. But Arizona, a 6-point win for Donald Trump, a 7-point win. I mean, I don't know what else to call it other than a blowout. Donald Trump blew out Kamala Harris in the state of Arizona, winning its 11 electoral votes and finishing the electoral map at 312 to 226, a very impressive win by Trump. So with that, on the presidential race, all the states have now been called. I don't think there are not any changes anticipated. 312 for Donald Trump, Kamala Harris 226. There are still some votes remaining from places like, I believe, Arizona has a few left. Nevada is pretty much all in now. California still has about a third of the vote to go. Oregon is a little more. Washington is a few more. So the popular vote might change a little bit, but Trump is currently breaking his 2020 totals of votes at 74.6 million. Kamala Harris currently has 70.9. So there's more popular votes to go, but it is expected Trump will hold on to the popular vote by the time all the votes ended up counting. But the 2024 presidential election will officially end at 312 electoral votes for Donald Trump, Kamala Harris 226 electoral votes, Donald Trump sweeping all 7 toss-up states, as many pundits would call the most important battleground states of the 2024 election. Donald Trump won them all. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Nevada, and Arizona. Trump won them all. 6 battleground states, excuse me. Oh, 7. No, I'm sorry. I forgot North Carolina. 7. 51-48. Trump won North Carolina as well. So that's where things stand in the presidential race. In the coming days, I will be doing a more in-depth analysis of each state and look at my own predictions and my deep dive series for these states and see how I did, if I got close, if I was off, and by how much. So that'll be coming in the next few days. But before I get into that, we still have a very important Senate race in Arizona where Ruben Gallego currently leads Kerry Lake by 2 points. Some agencies have started to call this race. 87% of the vote in. New York Times has not called it yet. So we still have a ways to go in that one. We'll be covering that one very, very closely. As for Pennsylvania, the New York Times has not yet called this one, though the AP and some other sources have called it, so that's one to watch for as well. Dave McCormick seems to be on track to winning this race, but again, that's one to watch as well. So that'll do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to give this video a like, click subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I hope to see you in a future video. That will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a like. And if you really liked it, please remember to click the subscribe button and make sure you turn post notifications on so you always get notified when I post a new video. That way you never miss one. Also, please remember to share this video with your friends and family if you really, really, really like the video. And remember to stay tuned because I'll be posting at least one video every single day leading up until Election Day. So I'd really appreciate it if you keep coming back and watching those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.